Hello, my name is Tanika Norwood, and this is a window into my classroom which is called Game of Milestones. I teach physics and computer science at Vanguard High School, a performance-based assessment school on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. What are the milestones? Well, milestones are that students should be able to create, manipulate, and streamline computer programs. Students should also be able to clearly and accurately communicate their understanding of the logic of a program, while effectively following the syntax of the language it is written in. So what's the problem? One of the challenges I face in my classroom is that students are rushing through assignments to check instead of focusing on the task at hand. My problem of practice is how might I help students make their learning a priority. I came up with 3 solutions to help students attain these milestones. First, I created weekly choice boards. Then I built digital skill set badges. Finally, I incorporated social media into our classroom community. Here is an example of a choice board. The choices include creating a short film, modifying an existing program, or constructing a digital solar system. I created digital skill badges to help students improve their habits of mind and work. The first assembled badge is called Gimme 5, which students attain when they're both punctual and prepared for work for 5 days in a row. The digital badges work well with our class website, which I built on Edmodo.com. Think of Edmodo as having all of the benefits of Facebook, allowing you to integrate class content and the ability to give prompt feedback to students on their progress. Another social media tool I use is called todaysmeet.com. It mimics Twitter and allows students to make their thoughts visible on concepts that they are still struggling with or are excited about in 140 characters or less. The democratic science teaching framework strands that I use were student voice and shared and transformational authority. What are students saying? Students write on our class Edmodo wall, either to me or to the entire class, about what they consider to be the most important part of today's lesson, or if they extended their understanding of a milestone, like fluency of a program. For example, Tar talks about being able to choose a font class instead of using the built-in font type found in Blogger. She knows how to modify it based off of HTML and CSS style sheets. How has my classroom changed? At the beginning of the cycle, my lessons looked like this. I had a SMART objective with a time due now, followed by a workshop model. Now my lessons look like this. Students are tasked with selecting a milestone and then given choices on how they improve their skill set or how they self-assess their proficiency in the milestone, and different ways to communicate their assessment results to show their mastery level. Students use StoryboardThat.com to create 6-panel storyboards to show their mastery over a particular milestone. Some of the other outcomes were short programs like Big Mouth that allowed students to make connections to mathematics by manipulating the equation of an ellipse, and a JavaScript version of Flappy Bird, which allowed students to create their own version of the app that has been pulled down recently. Here are some tips if you'd like to implement this teacher move in your classroom. First, create a class website using Edmodo.com. It's free for teachers and has lots of tutorials to help you make the most of this tech tool. Next, use todaysmeet.com as a classroom dashboard. The forum stays open for a finite time of your choice, and you can print the transcript of your students' ideas to help you reflect on their ideas. And it helps make classroom discussions low pressure and more robust. Create student badges that will help your students progress through your class milestones. It also helps to be clear on appropriate language and academic use of social media in your classroom. Help me push my thinking. First, how can I incorporate inquiry and hands-on activities into my computer science curriculum? Next, how can I get more student input on the content of my choice board? Thank you for listening to Game of Milestones. Special thanks to the Jim K. Basu Foundation and NYU Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development.
Created using Powtoon.